Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's LCTV sports telecast of Littleton High School football. I'm Mike Fontanella, alongside my partner, Pat Frederickson. Pat, we host the Clinton Gales here tonight at Alumni Field.
Yeah, Mike, you know, it seems like it's just 5 minutes ago that we were at the West Boylston game kicking off the season and talking about how disjointed the season was, and to have that West Boylston game too early in the season, and Littleton needs to hit stride. But now here we are in the meat of the season, which we love. Littleton really seems to be hitting stride, and, you know, we got Clinton on the schedule today, and not to look too far ahead, but next week's Maynard game, we did not expect Maynard to have the team they have, and next week's game is going to be a beauty. So we are really into the meat of the season now.
I agree. This is hopefully they'll pass this test easily and get ready to take on. It'll be a huge matchup next week in Maynard, but we got to get past the Clinton Gales. We have a proud football tradition. They come in the game at 2-3, Littleton at 4-1. The Tigers will kick off to the Gales, and freshman kicker Cody Shearer is ready to go, and he'll drive one end over end back to the 14-15 yard line. Oh, and a good cut up the middle, good block in there, and they return it all the way up to about the 45-yard line, so about a 30-yard return by the Gales.
Everett Lives coming around from the backside. Will Scott saving that one from going further than it should have.
So good return by Clinton. They will take over 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line.
I wasn't at the game last week, Mike. I know you were there, but it sounds like the offense was definitely clicking. Obviously, the defense looked pretty solid, but you know, Braden Lynn seems to be coming into his own a little bit.
14 for 15 for about 279 yards. The Gales will open on offense. They will go, power run there. Good cut off the side and a good 8-yard gain over midfield into Littleton territory. So a deep handoff. A good hole off the right side.
2nd down and 2. Folks, as this is the homecoming game.
Everett Lyons' name called on that tackle, and you typically don't want your safety being the one to make that tackle.
Kind of a spread here look for the Gales. Shotgun. Oh, sorry, the center's under quarterback. Go right up the middle. He's going to get stopped after a short game, but it's good enough for a 1st down. They'll move the change. 1st and 10 for Clinton here on the opening drive.
Broden and Lyons on the stop. 1st and 10 for Clinton.
He needed 2 and he got 3. There we go, off the right side again, inside handoff, dragging the guys forward for about a 3-yard gain. Good effort there after initial contact right at the line of scrimmage.
Luke Tornell.
2-yard gain. Luke Tornell on the tackle. 2nd and 8.
Short gain on the play. 2nd down and 8.
The Gales ready to play, Pat. They're not slowing the game down the way so many opponents of Littleton have done.
Yeah, 3 straight run plays. Going to try to throw here. Complete pass, 5 yards deep in the sideline. Yeah, no, I always agree with you, Mike. I was the first 3 plays. It looked like they were, came out to set themselves to run the ball, and they look like they can do it. None of that was a fluke. That was all power football. I'm not really sure why they would throw that ball. It seems like they're having some success moving the ball on the ground, but
right now they bring up a 3rd and long after that incomplete pass. It was complete to a substitute on the sideline. Good pressure there off the side by Luke Elliott.
I think you want to put that substitute in next time you throw the ball.
It's a sure-handed grab. They're going to go reverse here, crisscross. Oh, nice job. Oh,
ball's down. Yeah.
No, they're going to call him down. But a nice tackle there by Timmy Kelleher. He did a nice job of staying home. That was some counter action, and he didn't over-pursue. He's just sitting on the backside waiting for him. That'll bring up a 1-yard gain. 4th down here. Let's see what the Gales do. The ball is on the Littleton 41-yard line.
That was a great misdirection play, Mike. It was the classic double reverse that we're used to when we're playing, but the handoff came to the inside, and good job by Timmy Kelleher because there was nobody for the next 5 yards.
So they'll go for it here on 4th down. Big down here early in the game. First opening possession.
Oh, he was there.
It was close. The defensive backs were coming up. They might have got him short, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, Joe Serrano had slipped out of the backfield there, and he was open. I think as a quarterback, a little more feathering of that pass, a little more touch. But early in the game, the nerves are pumping, and a little more adrenaline on that throw than it should have been. But I like the way the Gales came out.
Yeah, they picked up a first down after a big kick return, and but the Tigers turning back on the second set of downs. They'll take over on their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10, 8:20 to go. And here we go. Like you said, Pat, the offense was phenomenal last week, especially Braden Lynn, the passing attack. Let's see how they go tonight. They're going to go up the middle on the first handoff to Mitch Bowden. He's got a lot of room there. He's close to a first down.
Mitchell Bowden.
So they bring motion, fake the toss, and go right up the gut. Kind of a delayed handoff. It's a first down for the Tigers. The ball over midfield, right back into Clinton Gale territory.
Tiger, first down tonight.
Trying to figure out this Clinton team on paper. They came in with 2 wins, which is nice, but they lost to Tingsboro, which I didn't think was a very good football team, and just had squeaked by Hudson as well. But I got to tell you, like looking at their offense, they don't look like a team that should be playing those other teams that closely.
Going to be a toss this time to Braden Lane. Oh, he gets the corner, cuts it up, makes the guy miss. Going to get about an 8-yard gain there. Nice job by the offensive blocking there to seal that corner and let Austin get outside. Short of the first down. It looks like it's about 2nd and about 2.
Here comes the Bowden bus.
Going to roll Braden Lynn to the right. He's under pressure. He throws it. Oh, nice completion.
Yeah,
nice job there, rolling to his right. His pursuit coming off the backside, but Braden didn't panic. Nice completion to Will Scott. Good for a first down.
Actually, good penetration by the Clinton defense there. Good job by Braden to get outside. They were get 3 or 4 guys coming on his backside.
Tigers move the chains. Ball's on the Clinton 34-yard line. They're going to go inside. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Bowden's trying to get to it. Oh, he can't get to it. It's picked up. Oh, just a missed handoff. And Bowden just hit the ground and couldn't get there to get it retrieved. So both teams moving the ball easily and then Clinton just stalled out on downs, but the Tigers turning the ball over after picking up 2 first downs quite quickly.
I wonder if there's a little miscommunication there. Right before that play was snapped, Mitch Bowden and Braden Lynn were having a conversation, and then as he came through, Mitch clearly had his eyes downfield before he had secured the ball.
So the Gales will take over after the turnover, 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Look to throw out of the shotgun, looking for the flat pressure, and that's Bowden feeling like he's got to get back after it after the fumble. And he drops the quarterback. Quick transition there. Don't have time to think about the mistake. He's right back in the mix.
Mitch is convinced there's one ball on the field and he owns it. That is my ball.
Exactly. I lost it and I want it back. That is a 9-yard loss, so 2nd and 19 here.
Talked about this early in the season with Braden Lynn where he has really picked it up, but as a quarterback you got to see that pressure coming and just get rid of it.
There we go, inside handoff. Oh, hard caught. Going to get dragged down, but a big first down there for the Gales after getting in the hole on the quarterback sack. They go right up the middle.
Joe Serrano is showing the kind of speed that we don't see from many other teams. He kind of looks like the equivalent of Austin Lynn out there. He hits that hole and he's going. He's very quick steps. He's going full speed in 3 or 4 strides.
So a big first down there on a 2nd and 19. Ball all the way into Tiger territory down to the 44-yard line. So Clinton picked up a couple of first downs on the opening drive before stalling out. Keep the momentum going here after the turnover by the Tigers.
See where they marked this one. It looked like he got about 2 or 3 yards before they got pushed back.
Yeah, they'll definitely mark the forward progress, but it was Tucker, the coach, just driving. They hit each other, stopped, and Tucker just kept his feet moving and just drove the guy backward like he was a sled. 2-yard gain.
Note to Clinton coach, do not throw the ball.
Yeah, they're going to go with that deep handoff again. Oh, good job. Stacked up. Kelleher again in there.
Serrano with the carry.
From his defensive tackle position, and it looked like it was Mitch Bowden again in there too. So again, Clinton, after picking up a quick first down, stalls out a little bit here. They have 3rd and 8. This was 4-down territory for him on the previous possession. I assume it'll be 4-down territory again. The Tigers need 2 stops here to get the ball back after the turnover. We're going to sweep it to the right off tackle. Oh, good job by Austin Lynn. Nice job there. Forcing him to play it so he doesn't bounce it outside, and then when he does cut it up, Austin's quick enough to close down on him and hit him for after a short gain. That'll bring up 4th and 6.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Austin Lynn. It's so easy to kind of trace that to the outside and not be able to pick up that stop. But, you know, I think right there you're probably looking at two of the fastest players on the field tonight.
Yeah, it was really good football right there. So another 4th down here, try by the Gales. Second possession, second time. They're going to go up the middle, not even come close. So they've had some success, but they haven't been able to sustain it. That's Kelleher and DeCoste again.
The Tigers defense on the stop. 4th down conversion attempt is
and
good.
Patrick, a lot going on, but not a lot of result here. Basically, they've been playing between the 40s.
Yeah, I gotta say, good defensive stop by Littleton there. They really buckled down, and you know, I'm seeing a different kind of football team here, and I'm realizing that maybe it's Stevie Collins taking over the defensive call. What do you think?
Carlo Ferrante is at somebody's wedding tonight, and his young protege, Stevie Collins, is assuming the defensive coordinator responsibilities. The Tigers look to throw him first down. Oh! Just overthrows Evan Lyons. He was wide open. Well thrown ball, just a little too much juice on it. Oh, that was a rope.
That was 40 yards on a line, and there was no air under that one.
Great route too. Evan Lyons was wide, had beaten everybody, but all for naught. 2nd and 10.
Now, I was taking a quick look at the stats. I think Braden Lynn is averaging somewhere around 13 yards per completion, and then there's not a lot of receivers that are under 13. I mean, Will Scott's, they're all in the high teens, 20s for the reception.
Sets his feet.
He's going to go after it again.
Got our Lions again. Oh! Tipped a little bit. It was kind of his view was obstructed by the defensive back. That one was actually a little underthrown. But Lions is just racing down the field and getting open.
Yeah, he kind of outran his arm there, and we're lucky to still have the ball there because the defensive back had a good beat on that ball, and he was timing his leap and actually mistimed it, but he was there the whole time.
So after taking 2 shots downfield, the Tigers face a 3rd and 10 here.
I'd make Lions run again.
Better get the timing right. He's a little tired.
It's
a screen pass.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no, it's picked off by a defensive lineman. Braden Lynn's going to try and knock him out of bounds, and does he get him?
Half-yard line.
He's out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds on the 2-yard line. So on a 3rd and long, the Tigers try to suck the defense in on the pass rush, but Clinton recognized it, and a defensive tackle who got back into coverage picked it off.
1.5, 2.5, 2-yard line.
Yeah.
That's a great play call. If you saw that developing, Mike, there was only, there was one thing you had to avoid there, and that was it. That play was going to go for a long way on our side, and it went for a long way the other way.
So 2 possessions by the Tigers and 2 turnovers, and now Clinton's knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
You said it at the beginning of the game, Mike. Clinton's, proud football tradition here, and whatever's been going on with their season, they've come to play. Ooh, I saw
quarterback
some
sneak.
there.
Yep. And he's going to get dropped. So the middle of that defense for the Tigers has definitely responded here after giving up a couple of first downs.
You have 4 days. This is 4-down territory. I have no idea why the ball doesn't go to 21 all 4 times.
I don't know why you would quarterback sneak it on 1st down. You're 2 yards away.
You want to give it to Serrano and let him run to the edges here.
Yeah. And the Gales will take a timeout there after
Timeout taken by the Gales.
Getting the play in a little late from the sideline. It's a full timeout, so both teams will head to the sideline. So with 2:32 to go in the game, we've seen a lot of action here. 2 turnovers by the Tigers. The Gales are playing quickly and moving the ball. The Tiger defense has made 2 stops on 4th down, but now they're facing a 2nd and goal by the Gales.
One thing I noticed about the Clinton offense that we have not played against this year is they hit the line so quickly.
Yeah, they're playing full speed out of that backfield, trusting their offensive linemen to open those holes.
Really kind of like a north-south approach, right? So the other teams we've sent, they've seemed to be a little timid, running east to west and trying to find a hole. Hopefully it opens. But Clinton instead, we'll open holes here, and this is where we're going.
So coming out of the timeout, the Gales with a 2nd and goal, still from the 2-yard line, maybe out of 1.5. Quarterback sneak again. I got it. Yep, got a 1.5 yards on that. It wasn't on the initial effort, but the second effort, he found a way to get slide off that pile and cross the goal line. So the Gales taking advantage of the 2nd turnover by the Tigers and score with 2:25 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're going to look like they're going to kick it here, Mike.
Yep. I've seen a lot of kicking this year, Patrick.
Yeah,
a lot more than normal.
On a free ride to college, become a kicker.
It's a lot of arc. Chip shot, but it's good. It's straight down the middle. He just punched it up into the air, and it's good. So the Gales take over, take a lead at 7-0.
It's like one of my golf drives. Definitely went longer than my drive.
So the Tigers are, I think, a little unexpectedly finding themselves in the hole, Pat, here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this will only be good. I mean, depending on how the game goes, but clearly they will be ready for, this will keep them from having a game that they're not ready for with Maynard. We'll see what happens here, but they got to play football tonight.
They got to remember which direction they're going in. Half the kickoff receiving team decided to go in the Clinton side of the field.
This is an interesting setup here. So I see, is that Leo Gibbons back there?
Yeah, Leo Gibbons and Will Scott. Looks like Ty Price and Kerr Boyle are the up-backs.
Interesting.
So Clinton on to kick for the first time tonight.
This is not going to go far.
A little squib kick, fielded on a line by Kerr Boyle. Oh, Boyle just runs the guy over. Bounces the ball all the way out over the 45-yard line. He finished that run with emphasis.
They don't. That's what they're cracking down on, and all the other levels dropping. As a ball carrier, dropping your head down to the other guy's helmet.
So the Tigers will take over. Oh, they're going to switch it up offensively. They're bringing Luke Elliott in at quarterback, so they're going to go hammer here after turning the ball over twice out of the spread. Right up the middle to Austin Lynn, who breaks a tackle. Now he's out in the flat, trying to get to the sideline. Gets run down, but a big gain there. Kind of high-stepped his way out of the initial tackle action at the line of scrimmage and then got to the outside and got upfield. So a big run by the senior tailback all the way down to the Clinton 28-yard line. Again, the luxury of the Tigers being able to play 2 styles of football just about equally as well in terms of level of execution.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Mike. It is a luxury to be able to say this is working. Let's totally switch it up.
We'll come back to Will Scott to the other side. He goes over the pile, gets about a 5-yard gain there.
Will Scott with the carry. upended by Justin O'Toole.
Mike Lynn, even with all the terrific success that the passing attack had last week, after 2 really good drives. Well, one drive that scored a touchdown, and then he was moving the ball. All of a sudden, from the 49, his own 49-yard line, he switched right in the middle of the drive and went hammer. And we weren't sure what he was doing, but Mitch Bowden went for a 51-yard touchdown. So obviously he saw something.
I'm sure Mike is fine with us not knowing what's going on.
Yeah, probably
as long as we understand post facto or ex post facto. Time out there, Mike. I didn't quite see
I think Clinton was,
but I think it was Clinton.
Yeah, Clinton was on their heels a little bit after the switch by the Tigers in offensive styles. And I think they felt like they had to take a timeout here. They're giving up a big gain by Austin Lynn, and then a easy 5-yard gain on first down by Will Scott. I think they wanted to. I'm sure they talked about this in their preparation during the week that they can play this style and we got to be ready for it. And right now they weren't ready for it. So a quick time out there to get them, remind them how they want to play this kind of football. Coming out of the timeout, second down. Going to go inside of Mitch Bowden. Oh, he makes a cut! And Mitch Bowden's going to rumble across the goal line for the time. Well, to try to cut the lead 7-6 here. So Mike Lynn switching up his offensive strategy. It pays off, a 3-play drive and a touchdown.
I'm not sure anybody touched him.
So they went 55 yards in 3 plays. No, he kind of cut up the middle, saw a little daylight to his right, and made a hard cut, and showed that that speed he's got for a guy his size is kind of deceptive, but it's there. So the Tigers will go for 2 here and try to take the lead, staying with this look. Going to bring Austin Lynn in motion. He's trying for the edge. Oh, good block! He dives for the cone. And he's got it. Nice job by Mitch Bowden there. He pancaked the guy. And then Austin Lynn did what he had to do with a great dive, great athleticism there, and he hit the pylon and got the 2 points. So the Tigers take a 1-point lead with 1:43 here to go in the first quarter, 8-7. They bounce back after the 2 turnovers to cash that one in pretty quickly.
Austin Lynn is so fast that, when you put him in motion and he's already, up to 3/4 speed by the time he touches the ball, it's almost unfair.
Yeah, Clinton almost had that defended. They did a nice job. They sniffed it out and were definitely racing for the edge. But Bowden, with a last-second effort, got his hands out and got a guy on the ground, and that gave a little bit of a window of daylight there for Austin to make a play for the pylon, and he cashed it in. And, we heard from the PA announcer that Mitch Bowden went over 1,000 yards for his career with that touchdown run. So great job by the senior.
Let's hope he doesn't get sacked on his next play.
Right, how far over did he go?
Oh, that's going to work out! Yes!
Yeah, it hit him 10 yards upfield. It doesn't matter. That was a line shot. I don't think he was ready for it, and it just hit him and came careening back towards the Tigers. And the Tigers, after scoring, I don't think that was designed to exactly work like that, but it definitely worked out in their favor. That thing came back 100 miles an hour. Went out 100 miles an hour, came back 75 miles an hour.
We've been talking all year about Cody Shearer. He's got a great leg, but what we're seeing even in warm-ups and in games is just inconsistency.
Yeah.
And he just totally mishit that ball, and, number 70 for Clinton never had a chance. It was off of him and back 10 yards before he even moved.
Yeah, he was slapping his helmet in frustration. But really nothing he could do. The Tigers will stay with the hammer here.
I was just about to say, too, that, if you're Clinton, you're so happy to get out of this quarter with the ball and, only down 8-7. But you can see how quickly things turn around.
Great job there by Austin Lynn. He got hit after a couple-of-yard gain. He kept his feet moving and surged forward and turned it into a 9-yard gain, or 8-yard gain. So the Tigers are racking it up here offensively out of this look. We got a Gale player down, clutching his knee, or his leg anyway. How about a shout out to Brendan Kalari, 51, a captain. Just ready to help out wherever he can, the senior. Bringing the medical bag out for an injured opposing player. What a kid.
White cop giving him a high five on that sideline. This is not a kid you want to lose. I think this is their center, and I've been watching him. He's been having a great game.
He looks like he's okay. I think he's got maybe knee action or something.
Yeah, Brendan Stevens, only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a little gimp in the gate there, but he's definitely going off pretty easily under his own power.
Wait till he gets 50. He'll be walking like that and be happy.
All right, so after the brief injury timeout, the Tigers will come up here on second down. Ball inside Clinton territory on the 46-yard line. Toss to Will Scott. He's got a first down. Good job there by the senior.
You know what really helps that play is Luke Elliott's so quick on that spin, give, and then he gets out there as another blocker.
Yeah, that's how that offense is designed to be run. You really want the quarterback's going to be a blocker, but it helps if he's that athletic as Luke is, because he can really get out ahead. And he's such a big, strong kid. It's a real good weapon to have at that point of attack, another strong blocker. And his timing is impeccable. He's been running this offense since he was a kid. So first and 10 on the Clinton 40-yard line. Oh, a deep pitch to Mitch Bowden. He's going to cut it up, run over a few guys, and get about a 7-yard gain there. We're inside 24 seconds.
Might bring us to the quarter here.
They're rolling, so I think he's going to try to get one more play in here. We got to hustle it up a little bit. Coming up on 10 seconds. They're not going to get it off. Nope. That'll be it. So the Tigers with 2 turnovers in the first quarter, but even so, they've got the lead. They switched up their offensive attack. They scored a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and they're moving the ball again. And we'll be back with second quarter action right after these messages from LCTV.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to the second quarter. The Tigers against the Clinton Gales at home at Alumni Field. It is 8-7 Tigers after 2 first-quarter turnovers by the Tigers. But now they're moving the ball after they changed offensive strategies. They'll stay with the double wing inside counter handoff to Braden Lynn. And he will get a first down inside the 30 of the Gales.
I'm sure Austin Lynn is appreciating you calling him Braden.
Oh, did I do that again? Sorry.
I think it's cute.
I just don't want Kimlin to be mad at me.
She's always mad at you. I got to list those people.
All right, first and 10 for the Tigers. We're going to go inside to Mitch Bowden. Oh, right up the middle. There he goes again. Untouched again up the middle, Patrick. 2 touchdowns for the senior, and I don't think he was touched on either one.
I don't know, we got to say that offensive line, when they run it through Mitch Bowden, they are opening an unbelievable hole up there for him to the point that nobody's touching him.
Yeah, he's going right up the middle. That's with Noah Graham at center, Jared Lalieve at guard, and Wesley Klein at the other guard, who are controlling those A gaps. And Mitch Bowden reaping the benefits of that. Those guys doing all that hard work.
Good to see Jared back out there. I know he had a concussion. Was he back last week too?
No, this is his first week back. As a matter of fact, I was happened to be in Coach Lynn's office. He had Jared signing the last documents attesting to his recovery. Tigers going to go for 2 here. Counter handoff. Lunging for the goal line.
Up. Oh, no. Put him in.
Yes. Yeah. 2 hands go up. So that was Will Scott on the crisscross. And the Tigers go up 16-7. They switched it up offensively on the first touchdown. They got on the kick. It was a turnover when the ball just rocketed off the up guy for Clinton, and the Tigers cash in on the Clinton turnover and now take a 9-point lead here very early in the second quarter.
Cheerleaders getting their 16 push-ups in. Mentioning the cheerleaders, Mike, you want to stay tuned if you're watching this game at halftime for the cheerleaders' performance. Last home game, we had both the cheerleaders performing, and that was Billy's 90th birthday celebration, right, Mike?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, here we go. Cody Shearer will line this one down the field. Oh, it's going to roll all the way into the end zone for a touchback. On a ball that didn't get more than 3 feet off the ground.
Crazy, but those last 2 kicks, he's averaging 25 yards a kick.
So that ball will come out to the 25-yard line on the touchback. And the Tiger defense, who gave up a few first downs, but really otherwise played very well, gave up the touchdown after the turnover was returned all the way back to the 2-yard line. So they kind of had their backs up against the wall there. There's a look, Patrick. They got Ty Price coming in to play defensive tackle. He's kind of playing up. Going to run away from him. Stacked up by Mitch Bowden. Do a nice job of linebacker.
Yeah, Tucker
to coast in there as well. So the Tigers making some adjustments after some reasonable level of success by the Gales, picking up first downs. Stevie Collins gesturing the signals in there, passionately trying to do his best Carlo Ferrante impersonation. It's a little harder to find with the camera. It's just a little smaller.
That's a good thing.
So a 1-yard gain on first down will bring up 2nd and 9. Oh, pressure out. Mitch Bode's going to run him down. Oh, trying to punch the ball out. Good pressure there by Ty Price coming off the edge there at defensive tackle, forcing him to run the ball. And then Mitch Bowden, that's another one you said, Pat, earlier. He just got to throw that ball away.
Yeah, I think what's surprising there is Mitch Bowden's speed. I mean, you talk about guys with size and speed, but you saw it there. He closed that gap so quickly.
So that's about a 5-yard loss on that play. We'll bring up 3rd and 15 here. The Tigers scoring quickly on the last 2 possessions. If they can force a 3-and-out here, they'll definitely have a significant amount of momentum and have the Gales back on their heels a little bit. They'll try and throw. A couple receivers out, down the middle of the field. Oh,
right there.
Would have been close to a first down, but it
nice
goes over his outstretched hands.
Yeah,
incomplete.
Spencer Taylor, the tight end there, he got out on the edge, and big kid, and they just kind of threw it up there, put it to his size, and really nice throw. I just think he wasn't ready for it.
And that'll be an incomplete pass, and based on the down and distance, the Gales will punt for the first time tonight.
Looks like Clinton has a rule that if you drop a pass, you get a punt.
Please go running on the bleachers.
So Taylor Spencer back to punt.
Oh, good high kick. Going to get fielded at the 50 by Evan Lyons. Makes a couple guys miss. Keeps his feet going. Blow the whistle, refs.
Oh, that ball's out.
No, he's down. Evan Lyons with a strong play there. Gets about a 5-yard return. The Tigers will take over in Gale territory.
Doing his Charlie Brown imitation there on the mound. I saw clothing coming off every time somebody hit him.
The Tigers are going back to the spread, Patrick. They got their cards out. Nope, they're going hammer.
Yeah, I think you want to just stay right there till halftime.
2018 cheer team.
I mean, at some point you're going to have to go back to your other spread offense because, if the game goes the way you want it, you got to prepare for Maynard. But right now, this game's so close that you got to put this one in the books.
We're going to go try to get the edge with Austin Lynn. Oh, Mitch Bowden again with a pancake. Oh, a nice play there coming off the edge by the Gales, Blake Martin. Man, Mitch Bowden pancaked another guy. But a little over a yard gain there.
Here goes Mitch.
Oh, here he goes again. Unbelievable. This time he was touched. He was touched a little bit. Not a lot. Not enough to truly impede his progress, obviously, but he was touched. But again, another touchdown for the senior. 3 touchdowns here for the big fella, all up the gut.
And the pattern's the same. They'll run the hammer to the edge, and then just sneak him up the middle, and nobody's ready for it. I'm sure the coaches over in the Clinton side are trying to figure out what goes on every time he touches the ball, but wow.
Yeah,
I mean, for a guy that needs 3 or 4 guys to bring him down, you're getting 1 or no guys touching him.
He's averaging over 30 yards a carry right now. I mean, all of his touchdowns have been for 30-plus yards. We're going to go crisscross to Austin Lynn, and he's upended.
Nope.
Short of the goal line.
Short of the goal.
All right, so Mike, I think at this point, after seeing that last run by Mitch, that unless he gets sacked for like a 100-yard loss, he's probably going to stay at above 1,000 yards for his career.
Is there such a thing as a 100-yard loss? I guess
99.
99. Yeah, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah, congratulations to Mitch. He's looking terrific tonight. And again, the front line is just opening some unbelievable.
Well, we talked about how he had he fumbled the ball on the opening drive. Immediately came back with a quarterback sack and then racked up 3 touchdowns since then. So I guess he's sort of redeemed himself reasonably
I would say,
well.
If I'm scouting this game, I would say that if number 8 turns the ball over, just give it back to him.
Yeah, right.
Don't
Here, you can have it. Exactly. Don't wake him up. Don't give him any incentive.
I see Matt Kuna down there on the sideline limping around. You know what happened to him?
No, don't know.
He went down 2 games ago, the home game, but did he play last week,
I can't remember. Don't know if I called it out.
He was pretty sore the 2 games before. He went down to our right around the 20-yard line. Oh.
Shearer will smack the ball down. It'll get picked up on about the 10-yard line. After several bounces. Oh, good tackle in the open field there by Brendan Kalari and Caraboyle.
Serrano on the return.
I'll get brought out to about the 28-yard line.
So ever since Mikey Corey went down, it looks like this is a pretty still solid defensive secondary here. Austin Lynn, Evan Lyons, and Will Scott.
Yeah, Tigers lucky to have some depth at skill positions. They're seniors. Gales are going to throw. A lot of traffic there.
Another one, though. They ran a little rubbed screenplay there. And,
yeah.
Good B. 24 had his eyes on the ball the whole time, and they're just not catching those balls.
So the Gales down 15 points, feeling like they got to open up the playbook a little bit here. Their success early in the game was on the ground. Their defense just hasn't been able to slow down the Tigers once they switched up to the power run game. Try and run it this time, try to get to the edge. Ooh, stacked up. Good pressure by Ty Price. He didn't make the tackle, but he made him go way deep into the backfield.
It's tough to run any of these offenses, and be successful at this level if you don't have the depth and the players. But I will say that the Clinton playbook is definitely impressive. They'll throw it, they'll run it, they'll run to the edges, they'll do quick hits. I'm having a hard time understanding how they struggled with some of the teams they did, but players might have been out.
Right. So 3rd and long here. Tigers trying to force another 3 and out. And look to throw up the middle of the field. Oh, picked off! Through the hands of the receiver, and Austin Lynn reels it in. He's going down the sideline. He's got some blockers. He's going to get corralled out the bounds at the 15-yard line. It's a nice job by the senior keeping his eyes on the ball. It was tipped by a receiver, and he kind of reached out with his hands and made a grab as the ball was going by him. So the Gales with their 2nd turnover, both teams now with 2 turnovers. And the Tigers all the way down to the 15-yard line of the Gales on the turnover. The interception and returned by Austin Lynn.
Yeah, classic Littleton football here. If they can punch this one in, we often say, the games seem close, and then you blink your eyes, and it's a, 20, 28, 29, 30, 10 game kind of thing.
Yeah, right. We're only
points here.
6:23 in, and they've already got 22 points. And terrific scoring opportunity here in the red zone. They'll go to Leo Gibbons. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, he doesn't bounce it to the outside, but he's going to get a good gain there. If he'd hit that outside, I think he had it, Pat.
Yeah, you cut that one back in, but you and I saw that gap from our camera angle. Actually, probably the camera upstairs probably had it too. That right pylon was wide open.
Yeah, but nice job there. Got positive, good yards, 8 yards.
A little of a jitterbug there. You know, I noticed that Luke Elliott's coming over to get the plays, running them in, and we talk about this with other teams where we send the signals in, but I think Mike's trying to take the air out of the ball a little bit.
Yeah,
here.
a little bit.
You know, keep the defense on the field as long as he can.
I'm going to go to Will Scott this time. He's going to try to cut it up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's running hard, and he's in. Oh, nice job by the senior. He just bowls the guy over at the goal line, and Will Scott running to the left side there. That's behind Klein and Powderly. Richie Powderly opening the hole there, and the Tigers rack up another score. So after 2 turnovers in a row, they now hit for 4 touchdowns in a row in short order. Plenty of time left here to go in the half. They already have 28 points with the try to come here. We'll go counter hand off to Gibbons. He's going to get dragged down from behind. A little slow developing there. So the try fails, but the Tigers up by 21 points here after forcing another Clinton turnover.
The 2-point conversion was no good. The cheerleaders went out in 28 push-ups.
It's a slow start to the game, but the cheerleaders are jacked out a lot of push-ups here in the last several minutes.
I think Mike Lynn has got something up his sleeve, and he's trying to develop new players. Running up a score, and before you know it, you're playing football for him. See what Cody Shearer has up his sleeve now.
Right. So the Gales were first on the board after a turnover by the Tigers. But since then, it's been all Tigers, a 28-point run here in short order. I mean, there's plenty of time to go here in the half. I mean, this kind of run started with like about 3 or 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, so about 8 minutes they've scored 4 touchdowns. Oh, nice high end-over-end kick. Fielded on the 11-yard line. Trying to get to the outside. Oh, nice job by Evan Lyons. Locked the guy down, broke down, and the guy tried to go around him, and Lyons just dropped him in his tracks.
Yeah, Joe Serrano wants to get rid of that little hop step he does. He kind of jumps up in the air like he's, you know, changing gears, but without realizing that while he's hanging in the air, everybody's coming.
So good tackle by Evan Lyons, and the Gales will take over on their own 25-yard line. Oh, Ty Price!
Tackle.
Oh, coming off. He's playing a defense. He's not a defensive end. He's definitely lining up at tackle, but he's playing it out of a 2-point stance, and he is just firing off the ball. Came off a block there and tripped the guy up the back for a 7-yard loss, 6-yard loss.
Changing the way that football players are viewed.
They had him working out.
When they were short-handed. Sorry, Mike, I was going to say when they were short-handed, they had 6 or 7 players out. They threw Ty Price back at safety, gave him a shot back there, and then a corner. So I think I get the sense that this guy can just kind of play anywhere.
We go counter handoff up the middle, dragged down behind by Kalari. Get about 6-7 yards back. It will bring up a 3rd and 8.
I just realized the new Ty Price reminded me of, remember we were at BU and Northern Iowa came in with Kurt Warner at quarterback, and they had a guy named Andre Allen on the edge, and he would play out of that 2-point stance, and there was just no answer for his speed and his quickness and his ability to get at the quarterback, and he reminds me of that. You know, what do you do with this? He's by these guys before they can get out of their stance.
3rd and long for the Gales. Try
again.
to throw, screen pass, Price putting pressure on him. He's trying to get rid of the ball, and he's run down again by Timmy Kelleher. So Ty Price is wreaking havoc back there right now. Even when he doesn't make the tackle, he's just causing a lot of problems, and Kelleher cleaning it up. So the Gales forced to punt again. The Tiger defense, after giving up a few first downs in the first quarter, the Gales have plugged the holes in the defense and are giving up nothing right now.
And I'm sure Stevie Collins, the new defensive coordinator, is going to have some words with Ty Price about keeping your feet, but other than that, pretty good. Here they come.
Oh, good
nice
kick, angled over midfield. I'm going to let that one bounce. Be down just short of midfield in Tiger territory on about the 49-yard line with 3:04 to go.
Down the ball at the 50.
So let's see what the Tigers do here. Now they will switch it back to the spread.
Yeah, I think if you can put one more in before halftime is where you want to be so you can work on things. The game's not quite there yet, but I think one more score here is going to be really tough to come back. Probably take all the wind out of the Clinton sails.
And go up the middle of the Bowden again. He's going to get stacked up. Yeah, I don't think Mike Lynn really felt like the spread wasn't working as much as he felt like, well, the game's closer than I want it to be at this point in the game. Let's try to switch it up. And then it was just so effective, he couldn't justify coming out of it until he got the lead back.
Yeah, you make a good point, too. The spread was working, right? So Evan Lyons torched this guy twice, and they just couldn't execute there. Mitch Bowden had the fumble coming out of there. And then, again, Braden Lynn threw that interception on the screenplay, but 2 more feet on that pass, and that ball's going to go for 25 yards.
Look to throw here. Swinging it towards the sideline. Caught for a short gain. Good coverage after the catch by the Gales. That's Will Scott for a short gain, about 3-4 yards.
I love that throw by Braden Lynn because right there he trusted the offense. And, when we see him earlier in the season, he's going to run that a little bit more. But he was, 2-3 steps and getting rid of the ball, just doing it. Let your players make plays. Tough throw, too, coming right to left and throw it across your body.
Yeah. So 3rd and about 7 here. Right up the middle. Braden Lynn to Austin Lynn. A little drag route off the backside there. Easy first down for the Tigers. They'll move the chains there on a 3rd and 7, all the way down to the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 Tigers.
Tigers got plenty of timeouts. 1:30 to go here in the half. Keep the clock running for the moment while they call the play from the sideline. Oh, Braden Lynn makes it a decision there. Oh, he's got him. As long as they're tipped away at the last second. Oh, Braden Lynn showing some athleticism there.
Oh boy!
He's talking to his brother, saying, that one, just keep going. Don't wait for it. I'll throw it down to you.
Yeah.
Oh, quite a play there. He got it through the initial pressure. I think he was going to run the ball, put the brakes on, roll to his right, and had Austin Lynn wide open. Just a lucky play there by the defender. Just got his fingertip on it. Saving play there. 2nd down. Well, bringing pressure. Looking to throw it out of bounds. They'll just chuck that one away. Good job there by the sophomore. That was a play we didn't see him make earlier in the year, but definitely growing into the position.
I'm a little disappointed in Tom Rocker's effort on that. I know he's moving the chains and stuff like that, but he just showed a little more effort going after that ball.
To meet Michael Vasukas.
Exactly 1 minute to go.
And Ben Steele.
Going back 2 plays, I think that the best way to get over that, go downfield and having that conversation, is the quarterback. You just throw it, and then they learn very quickly. That,
Right.
I just got to go. So you throw
Right.
one away, but you get a whole season of just going on the next one.
So 3rd down here.
Clinton's in an entirely 2-point stance on defense.
Yeah, they got good pressure on the last snap. Michaelin's going to take a timeout there. Couldn't quite figure out what he wanted to call. Yeah, they got good pressure coming off of that, although they were selling out on the rush. That's, again, go back to that screen look. You want to slow that pass rush down. Because like you said, even though it was picked off, it was there.
Yes.
Other than that guy making a nice read and getting into coverage, downfield was wide open. So Mike Lynn taking a timeout with a minute to go here in the half, 28-7. They scored 4 touchdowns out of the hammer. And now they're trying to get their 5th touchdown of the half, coming back to the spread look.
I think if you're Mike here on this play, if you can pick up anywhere between 5 and 7 yards, it makes you a very, very dangerous offense, because then the defense is thinking about both stopping the first down and stopping a score. You know, if you're still back in third and fourth and 10, then they're probably thinking about, you know, let's stop a score here and playing a prevent type defense. But you know, if you get 6 or 7 yards on this play, I think you're going to become very dangerous on fourth down.
Yeah, they could definitely take some chances here. They get the ball back to start the half.
See if he runs underneath to Austin Lynn here.
Rolling it. Got good time there. Lofton towards the back of the end zone. And Austin Lynn makes a catch there to get it. Yes.
Oh, nice. 1 foot in.
Yeah, nice throw there by Braden Lynn, making sure that he got it all the way back there to where Austin was the only one who could make a play on it. And Austin with a very sure-handed grab and then some good footwork there to make sure he got it down before he kind of went out of bounds.
Yeah, Austin came out and then up the field, and we've seen him do that so many times. And you know, on a short field where they just were, it's a great touchdown pass. But you push that ball back, like, you know, to our 30-yard line. When he runs that is a touchdown threat every single time.
The Tigers will bring on Cody Shearer to try the kick for the extra point here. They have been turned away in the last 2 tries running the ball. And Mike Lynn's going to take a quick timeout here. I don't think they're missing one of their. Just reminding his charges to pay attention.
I think he was asking Tucker if, you know, are we, you know, if you're good to go, let me know. I'll call another timeout until you're ready.
Tony DeSisto on the hold. Good snap. It's down. It's up.
No good. Good?
No.
Yeah, it looked like it was this side of the post.
Yeah, it looks like he hooked it a little bit, huh?
Pushed it, right?
Oh, pushed it? Did he push it to the right?
Yeah, this side.
All right, tough angle. All right, so the kick is awry, but it is 34-7 Tigers, who have scored 5 touchdowns here in the first half, 4 playing power run football, and 1 with a spread look, a touchdown pass from Braden Lynn to his brother Austin Lynn. They hit twice last week out in Quabbin on 2 bombs, and he also had a bomb to Evan Lyons as well. Just a reminder, make sure you stay tuned into your set at halftime. The cheerleaders will be out doing their routine, and we will carry that. I think we might also be able to splice in some band coverage at some point. One of the students told us he brought his camera with him. It was a high-tech rig. I wanted to film the band and show that as well. Bouncing ball, fielded on the 23. Oh, good tackle there by Tony DeSisto. Terrific tackle there by the junior. Racing upfield and making a very athletic play.
The result of the return will be Clinton. First down and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
Clinton Gales take over on the 36-yard line, trailing by 27, Patrick. Not sure what they're going to think here if they want to try to take a couple shots downfield.
I think you have to at this point, right? You're 2 and 3. What does it matter at this point? You want to try to get something going here. Get an interference call and maybe get one in. There you go.
Throw it down the sideline. Looks like it got tipped a little bit. Goes out of bounds. There's Ty Price again in there. Problem is they don't have the luxury that Littleton puts like 4 or 5 guys into routes. Clinton a little more conservative, keeping a couple guys on the backfield to block.
Yeah, the other part of that too is Braden Lynn. He's one of the better arms that I've seen in a long time. So you have 4 guys in routes, right, and you have Braden Lynn, whose ability to get the ball downfield is better than most.
Gales will take a timeout there. Didn't like what they had lined up. Take a 30-second timeout.
Good crowd, Mike. When we started this game, it looked a little sparse, but it definitely filled out.
Beautiful night. It's homecoming weekend. A lot of activities going on. There was a pep rally up at the school earlier today. All the teams are playing between today and tomorrow. Dance tomorrow night up at the high school. All right, coming out of the timeout, 2nd and 10, 30 seconds to go in the half. Going to run it. Couldn't find anybody open downfield. Out of bounds after about a 6-7 yard gain.
Good pursuit by Kevin McDonald there. I think he was just begging for him to cut that back upfield.
Actually stepped out of bounds after a fairly short gain. 3rd down and 7.
This one should be going downfield. Look at that. You know what might work here is a little screenplay. Littleton's coming at them hard with that front 4.
Clock stops. The Gales taking their time to get a play in from the sideline. Time for probably 2 plays here, depending on the outcome here. They got timeouts if they want to use them.
They're coming. Oh my gosh.
Oh, swallowed up. Tuck it to coast. Now he's down. They call him down. Yeah, they brought the blitz there. Tucker Coast and Cara Boyle having a discussion as they ran the quarterback down. Do you want to tackle him or do you want me to tackle him? I don't. You can have this one. I'll get the next one. Ouch. And that'll be the end of the half. End of the football half. Please stay tuned for the cheerleaders halftime entertainment, and then we'll be back with the second half football action right after these messages from LCTV.
Your homecoming court. In 9th grade, we have Ryan Dennehy and Amanda Yurkowski. In the 10th grade, we have Brock Davis and Anna Nordhausen. In the 11th grade, Gilly Supernut and Tiana Naylor. For the first time in Littleton High School history that we know of, we had a tie for homecoming king and queen. Your 2018 homecoming kings, Ben Drinkwater and Jack Palaya. And your 2018 homecoming queens, Hannah Jane and Srini Chalamadugu. Congratulations. Once again, a round of applause for your homecoming king, queen, and court. Cara Boyle on the return. Anthony Silva with the tackle. First and 10 Tigers. Leo Gibbons with the carry. Lincoln Ashline on the stop. Tony DeSisto doing the quarterbacking for Littleton. Ty Price with the carry. Brandon Stevens. Spencer Taylor on the stop. Price picks up about 4. Third down. Tara Boyle goes up the middle. Nolan Corfey on the stop. 4th down. We'll stop to punt for the Tigers. Leo Gibbons, Ty Price, Sean Mazzoni, all in on the tackle. Blake Martin with a short return. 1st down and 10 for the Gales. Justin O'Toole with the carry. Tucker DeCoste and Joe Supernant on the stop. They fumble on the play. Brendan Kalari recovered for Littleton. So Littleton on the 1st and 10 from the Clinton 16-yard line. Leo Gibbons, tackled by Spencer Taylor and Blake Martin. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Ty Price with the carry. Justin O'Toole, Zach Newton on the stop. Third down. Leo Gibbons with the carry. Richard Pirelli with the stop. Gibbons picked up the first down. Ty Price with the touchdown. Shearer's kick is good. Littleton 41. Clinton 7. Joe Serrano's return, cut short by Leo Gibbons. For the Gales, we'll have a first and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Boyle and Brendan Kalari on the stop. Result of the play is about a second down and 18. Cam Mossy checks in at quarterback. There's a whole host of Tigers in on the stop. Third down. There to leave on the stop, fourth down.
Let's hear you yell, yell it loud, go Big Blue! Let's hear you yell it loud, go Big Blue!
The ball is down by Antonio Deeds. Littleton will have a 1st and 10 coming up. Timeout taken by the Tigers. Touchdown run. Cody Shearer does it again. Littleton 48, Clinton 7.
ATT, Tigers, contact! ATT,
penalty on the play as the ball went out of bounds. Littleton will re-kick. Joe Serrano with the return. Parker Lanfers on the stop. So the Gales will have a first down. 10 yards to go. Melvin Zapata with the carry. Ty Price and Leo Gibbons on the stop. Gain of 6. Short gain on the play. 3rd down and 2. Melvin Zapata with the carry. 4th down and 2. Michael Whitcomb on the stop. First down for the Gales. Garrett Schimmel tackles Melvin Zapata. Zapata does pick up a first down. 1st and 10 for Clinton. Zach Newton with the carry. Ty Price holds him to a gain of only 3. Second down. Leo Gibbons with an interception. Timeout taken on the field. Wyatt Kopp with the run. Ty Sabry on the stop. Second down. Wyatt Kopp with the carry. Dalton Verini on the tackle. Third down. Dodges some tackles, eventually brought down by Josh Seidel and Alexander Mountain. Lampers picks up a first down. Wyatt Kopp Pop eventually stopped by Lincoln Ashline and Josh Seidel. First down, Littleton. At the conclusion of tonight's contest, both teams will participate in a handshake ceremony demonstrating respect for the opponent. All spectators must remain off the field until the ceremony is complete and the game officials exit. Parker Lanford goes up the middle, picks up a few yards before he is stopped by Lincoln Ashline.
Fight, team, fight, give me a team! Give me an eye! Give me a team! Give me an R! Give me an S! What's that sound? Who's gonna win? Louder! 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 Team, 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 team! I, team, 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 R, S, 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 Tigers, Tigers, fight, team, fight!
Parker Lanford again. Ryan O'Toole. Lincoln Ashline on the stop. Third down. Tony DeSisto with the quarterback keeper. Brings up a fourth down.
Tigers! Tigers! Hey! Who's gonna win this game? Tigers gonna win this game! Tigers! Tigers! Hey! Who's gonna win this game? Tigers gonna win this game! Tigers! Tigers! Tigers!
And Littleton improves to 5-1 with a final score of 48-7. Folks, I would like to thank you for attending tonight's competition. Please gather the trash around you.